Welcome in, everybody. After a extremely, and I mean extremely painful game day for many of us, or BearCave. I can't even talk, I'm so upset. But no time to wallow in self-pity right now. There's too much of that going on down at the field in this truly disgusting game day we have. As we got Western Michigan at Buffalo. I'm just posting the link as always. Just give me a second. I'm doing more than taking shots of moonshine, my dude. Make sure you guys can hear me. Let me know before we get into this train wreck. Dude, I'm taking Make sure to let me know if you can hear me. Bro, you're taking shots. I just got fucking killed. Oh, I'm so upset. Let me know if you can hear me, though. Ugh, what a tragic, tragic way to start the day. Oh my god, dude. I can't. Alex Flynn, I would trade Coach Nick literally 3 first-round picks and Alex Flynn for Cardale Jones. I hate Alex Flynn more than anything in this world, and he played well, which kills me even more. Anyways, college game day here. We are in beautiful Buffalo with Mick Burnfinger on the sideline. He is back from the dead. He's in Pinstripe's head. Game day brought to you by Clown College because we got 2 trash can schools going at it. Our sponsors today is Minnesota. All of his Mickey Mouse merch is now 50% off. We got the Buffalo Bowling Plaza, some home advertising here for Coach Pinstripe's Bowling Plaza. And we got Antoine Randall and his Buffalo Wild Wings ad, delivering on some promises from his pitches. But let's get into the rosters here. Western Michigan, Nick Cargman, he's a redshirt senior. Honestly, 800 yards, 5 interceptions, 2 picks. You know, just a game manager for this winless team. Nothing insane. He's more of a running team behind SFA player Snoop Todd, the sophomore. First time we'll ever see him. Glenn Ewing is also an SFA player. So Snoop Todd, not the best so far, but they also just aren't running a lot of plays. So today it'll be, hopefully you can get the ball to Snoop Todd a lot. At wide receiver, Henry Wilson is a sophomore. He's actually a really good player. No SFA players here, though, at wide receiver. He does have SFA player Dan Katz as a freshman. He doesn't see playing time, but he will in the future. You got Brandon Honorable. Don't know who that is, but yeah, no SFA players along the line. A decent line for a MAC team, honestly. It's kind of strange how this team is not... also Stuart Kettle is hurt, so Vander Vest is starting. But this is not that terrible of a team. It's just... interior line is pretty AIDS. But yeah, Mickey Switzer does start, SFA player. Very bad corners. Truly awful corners. And then you got Oliver Waldorf, the sophomore. He is an SFA player. And then this guy. I'm not even going to pronounce that. See how the kicker is for Western Michigan. I don't think we're going to see a lot of field goals. 66 power. They're probably not kicking it a lot. Alrighty, and let's take a look at the great Buffalo. Arch Manning, everyone talks about him. If you haven't seen already, his stats this year are pretty ridiculously bad. You got Apollo Ames on the depth chart. Apollo Ames starts over this guy. Antoine Randall is in the slot. So a lot worse team here. His offensive line isn't that bad, but Preston Dame, I believe, is back after getting injured. So Pinstripe, that is good for you. I believe he's back. Michael Morris has been insanely good this season. Like, look at these stats. He already has 3 sacks, 2 fast deflections, 4 fumbles. So he's been a beast. 10 tackles for loss. King on the other side is injured, so it's going to be Johnson Maith. And then Folsom is injured, unfortunately. John Elevate will be the #1 guy. Wolo is also injured, so you'll got Dozier. His defensive line is just hurt. We got Housey, who's out for the year. And Patrick Carey, I believe, he's going to play as well. George Jordan, the SFA player in the slot. Another terrible line. But Fuqua, and then you got Barney Fish, the starter, 75 overall. And kicking here is not going to be good either. Let's see the kicking, 61 power. So nothing doing here. Spark, I know they're probably bots, but, yeah. Alrighty. So, let's get into game day. Pinstripe, let me know, what jerseys you want to wear. You're at home, so you get to choose, and I know Western Michigan has, like, 0 options, so let's take a look. First, let me get my thumbnail. Western Michigan is projected to kill this team, so let's see. So let's just see what. So you actually have a white helmet. Jerseys, you can go all white, you can go gray, or you can go blue. Same with so you can go all gray. So let's see. All blue, all gray, and with the white. I kind of like this low key, but he wants all blue. Okay. Blue, all blue. Alright. This is what Buffalo is gonna run. Western Michigan, do they have any cool jerseys? No, it's just white. Now, I do know that Western Michigan jerseys are cool, but they only have 2 options, which kind of sucks. Alrighty. Who is ready to watch the gnarliest game you're ever going to witness? Truly a sicko game day. Probably in the weirdest looking stadium you'll ever see. We got Hendon Hooker as our loading screen. What a way to win. A Hail Mary. Dude, look at these offenses. 102 to 122. Pretty much all 100s. This is going to be just so gross. The 2 top players for Buffalo are injured. Oh, jeez. Look at that. So, Housey's out, Folsom, and just toughness. And look at Antoine Randall hyping up the boys on the sideline. This is truly disgusting. So I think the real story is going to be Buffalo. I'm assuming Arch is going to play better than normal. But I think where Western Michigan could win this game is if they can get Snoop Todd going against this depleted defensive line. And we are here in Buffalo. Gnarly looking field here. You got the UV in the middle. and it has a soccer stadium also painted on it. That's just disgusting. This is we've all been waiting for this for a long time. We finally get to see Buffalo here. And they will start on defense. And we are off. Western Michigan returns it. They have some room. I don't even think they have numbers on the sidelines. They don't. Oh my God, this field is gross. And Cardman comes out. Snoop Todd. Cardman drops back. And that is a nice pass. Barney Fish, he can't make the tackle. And Sambucci, 20 yards on the first play. So we're either going to see complete zero defense today and a super high scoring, or like a Iowa game. And I love when NCAA mimics real life. Iowa will beat Michigan State 10-0 today. That was great. Here we go. They're lining up in the goal line formation here. Midfield. Snoop Todd with the first carry. Runs over a man and goes down. Snoop Todd. Yeah, I'm thinking there's not going to be much to watch today. I'm hoping my highlights are going to be like 3 highlights today. Let's get a 30-second highlight video. Snoop Todd, another 2, and now they're in a 3rd and medium. Cardman, over the middle to number 63, Jack Sherwin. 63. And that's another first down. So Western Michigan moving it. Coach Fink. Man in motion. They do a jet sweep to the tight end. Sorry, sir, but that only works if you're ECU with Randy Watson. It actually looks like they're handing it off to an offensive lineman. That's like the going for 2 for that FCS team where they did the pitch back. Ooh, another jet sweep, this time to the wide receiver. He gets a little bit more. But it looks like, was that Patrick Carey on the tackle? This is the first time we've ever seen either of these two teams on game day. So, 3rd down again. And is he going to get it? No. Snoop Todd gets 7. And they're probably going to go for this. They're in no man's land. Terrible punter or kickers. So, yep, here we go. They're going for it. 4 down territory for everybody today. They fake the handoff to Todd, throws it out, and that's another conversion. Kavion Mack, and oh, that is the ugliest mascot I've ever seen. Oh my God. Cardman is eating this defense up. Cardman dumps it off, and that is Mitch Bartol. So already the 3rd tight end to get action. 5 for 5 in this defense, and they're honestly not getting any pressure, obviously, from the lack. You need Mitchell Morris and John Elevate to come through today. Cardman over the middle. That's Todd. That's a dump off, and he gets inside the 5, and Western Michigan might open it up today with a touchdown. They come out, 2 tight ends to the left side, man in motion. They are going to throw it on the goal line. He dumps it back to Snoop Todd, and Snoop Todd's going to score! Touchdown, Western Michigan! They open up the scoring and take 4 minutes off the clock. What a throw, and that's going to go down as a rushing touchdown. Touchdown, Western Michigan, and what a start for the Broncos. 3 third downs, a 4th down conversion. What a way to start. In a fellow MAC game here. How does Buffalo respond? First time we're seeing Arch Manning in action. In a brand new offense, might I add. Cameron LeBourne. Antoine Randall has the dreads. Arch Manning with the shooter sleeve. Apollo Ames in the backfield as well. And that is a nice catch to start. That was a bit of a duck. But he starts out 1 for 1. And Preston Time is back in at right tackle, so they have a fully healthy offensive line. This offense does seem like it could be pretty good. Arch Manning takes off, and he gets a decent 8-yard gain. So Buffalo's already starting to move it here. It really comes down to the decision-making for Arch. Can he not throw interceptions? They're going to do some option. Arch Manning keeps it, 4 yards. He's not the most mobile quarterback in the world, but he does have 82 speed. Line back up in the pistol here. They're going to hand it off this time. Apollo Ames, and he's going to get close to a first down. If you picked all upsets this week, you would almost have a perfect score. They get Randall L, and he does not convert. Is Buffalo going to punt, or are they going to go for this? The safety comes up, and Antoine Randall L just couldn't get to the outside there. And they are going to punt, and the boos are raining down. The 15 people who decided to come to this game, and they are punting. So not the best start for Buffalo. They give up a long touchdown, and then they go basically 5 plays. Can Buffalo's defense come through here? You need the captains to show up. Patrick Carey, where are you at? And John Elevate jumps off sides with the hard count. Oh dear. Buffalo is looking like a complete
Still first down.
train wreck here in the first quarter. Oh, and Michael Morse gets through. The star of this defense shows up when they needed him most. On a 1st and 5, Michael Morse gets right through the line. What a play. And that was very much needed after a John Elevate mistake. Cargman, man in motion. These tight ends have been eating up Buffalo to start, and he just throws it away. That's the first incompletion here today, and the defense celebrates. A long 3rd down now after starting out in 1st and 5. Can this defense get off the field? They fake the handoff. They dump it off to Sam Bucci, and they do. They get the tackle, and Buffalo forces a 3 and out. That was huge. This is what we thought we would see. And LeBourne, he breaks a tackle. Or no, it's Shamari Gassett. And now Buffalo has great starting field position. What can Arch Manning do? On paper, this team should be good. This come out split backs. They're going to run option again. Manning gets 3. He's making good decisions. Probably pretty decent. He's fast, but he has like no moves or anything. So as soon as somebody makes contact, he'd go down. Manning, and he's sacked. No time as Western Michigan brings the blitz. Quentin Cannon, not an SFA player. What a great name. Quentin Cannon off the edge. And these Western Michigan unis are so sharp. They don't need more sets. Now a 3rd and long here. What can Arch do? Manning drops back. He has time. He finds the guy, LeBourne, and that is a diving catch. What a throw and a great conversion. Arch Manning 2 for 2 now. A man who only completes about 37% of his throws. And they run some option again. He gets it off to Apollo Ames. Apollo gets 4. All right, and they're running hurry up as they just hand it off to Apollo. He breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and he gets 4 as well. So not much, but they're moving the ball. They're inside the 30. Lying up in the pistol. They're handed off again, and Apollo, he finds some room. That looked potentially like it was going to be a loss of yards, but Apollo finds the hole. Gains 12. Best run on the day. 4 receivers. Arch is looking to throw it now. He throws to the end zone, underthrown, and that is lucky to not be picked off. And that looked to be the SFA safety there. Oliver Waldorf. He had Antoine. Yes, he did. Lying up in a flex bone. He handed off to the fullback, Shedrick Rogers. He gets 2, and now they're in a 3rd and 8. But you gotta admit, the shooter sleeve is... He's basically Drew Lock out here. He's the backup. He's not as good. And he dumps it off, and that's not going to be a first down. David Sisk is the backup fullback. And they're actually coming out for 3. And that is going to be good. Buffalo gets on the board. They stay within a possession. Buffalo down 4 at home. And his brother, the other Sisk, committed to Ohio State today. Singleton with 27. What can Western Michigan do? They hand it off Snoop Todd, and that is going to be a tackle. I believe that's Patrick Carey. May be wrong. Patrick Carey's either 52, or no, that's Dolick. So Dolick's 52, Patrick Carey's number 59. And George Jordan is the slot corner, and Barney Fish is number 42. Hardman dumps off, it's a screen, and Patrick Carey pushes him out. And they're quickly in a 3rd and 4. Snoop Todd is a huge part of the offense early. Can this defense get off the field? You're looking at Michael Morse. Can he generate any pressure? No. And it's picked off, and that is Barney Fish on the pick. Barney Fish with his, I believe that's the first pick of his career. He jumps the route. He got beat, but he jumps the route. What a beast. And that quickly shifts momentum back in Buffalo's favor. SFA players making plays, nothing like it. As, unfortunately, Arch Manning cannot. Yes, Pinstripe got Barney Fish for $30K out of Indiana. And Arch does his best to squander every opportunity his defense gets it. Yeah, dude, there's nothing like an SFA player making plays. And at the end of the first quarter, it's 7-3. SFA players showing out all over the field. What a pick by Barney. If Cardman would have put a little air under that, man. All right, Arch hands it off. Apollo breaks a tackle, and he gets -4, and Buffalo's just going backwards. 3rd and 18 here in the second quarter. Definitely a busted drive. They were not expecting to come back on the field so soon. They didn't get their Gatorade. Oh, Barney's Minnesota might be. Okay, Apollo. 4th and 14. Not going to go for it here. And they are going to punt. Can they pin them deep? Win. It looks to be returnable. You got Singleton back there. He gets past the 20. You gotta love a field that also has a soccer lines drawn on it. All right, so the interception did not wind up affecting Western Michigan at all. And we got to just establish the run. Snoop Todd only 11 yards. You just got to keep pounding away until this defense gets tired. But it turns out Western Michigan's thought that they can expose them with the tight ends, and it's worked pretty well. Cardman again. Over the middle, and that's almost picked again. Wirtz drops. You gotta think, had Housey not been injured, that probably would have been a pick. He's the replacement for Housey. I think he's your backup middle linebacker. Remember, Housey's out for the year with a broken collarbone. Cardman, he throws it deep, and Barney almost gets another pick. And Buffalo is playing incredible defense here. What a start. After that first drive, Buffalo is kind of buckled down. Almost 2 picks, and they're going to get the ball back. Yeah. All right. They're going to start off at the 44. Jamari Gassett. Barney Fish all over the field is a strong safety. What can Arch Manning do? They hand it off to Apollo Ames. He gets some running room again. Honestly, Apollo Ames, he's had some great rushes. I don't know why they don't just keep running the ball, stuff it down their throat if you have it. Why leave it to Arch? They hand it off again, and that's going to be a first down. Apollo Ames. Yeah, if you're Buffalo, you got to capitalize on this field position. Arch. He's taken off this time, and he falls forward for a yard. That's not going to be a sack. And Arch Manning, he told the media earlier this week that none of his family will be at the game as they refuse to travel to Buffalo because it's such a shit school. And he keeps the handoff, and he doesn't even know where he's going. 3rd and 7. Arch Manning's been disowned by his family through 3 games. Manning, are they going to throw it? They do. He throws it, and that's Antoine Randall. Not really the way you think you're going to use him, just a button hook over the middle, but Randall secures the catch. He has the worst hands on the team, so that's surprising that he caught that. They hand it off again, this time running a counter. Apollo Ames is finding room. He looks really fast, and he looks like he's out, has a lot more agility than these defensive players. So I'm looking for Apollo to break off a big run at some point. Arch. This is going to be a screen pass this time, and Maryland Johnson can't get the first down. Arch Manning's 5 for 6, so that's a big difference than his 37% completion rate coming into the season. Or into this game. As they hand off to Arch, and he does nothing. Apollo Ames, Zach Vode gets into the backfield there. Nobody blocked him. And are they going to go for it? And they do. Buffalo needs to come away with points here. They go empty. 4th down. Arch throws it, and it's going to be just a duck over the middle, and nothing doing is Buffalo turns the ball over, and that is Void again who knocks it away. That was not a drop from Randall L. That was tipped away here. Yep. Antoine never had a chance as they ran a bunch of hitches. Western Michigan takes back over. Can they move the ball? They haven't been able to do anything since that opening possession. Hand it off to Todd, and he runs over a man again. Snoop Todd, he looks like he's having a great day, but he only has 12 yards. Yeah, at first glance, it looked like he dropped it. Didn't look like the defender got there. Hands it off. Snoop Todd finds some room. He gets 5. Best run on the day for Snoop. This rush defense is really surprising me. I thought Snoop Todd would be running all over this defense, but no, they're playing well. Another third down here for Western Michigan. Can they get off the field? Cardman has time, and he's going to get caught from behind. John Elevate this time. Not a sack, but they get off the field again. Buffalo forced 2 straight 3-and-outs with an interception as well. And they're going to have good field position again starting at the 37. But we all know the problem in Buffalo is the offense. Can they finally break through? Can Arch make a play through the air? They hand it off to Apollo this time. And honestly, he's averaging 4 a carry. If you just keep it on the ground and avoid these QB runs, I mean, Arch can run from time to time, but you can't rely on him. All right, they get a nice first down there. Arch. Over the middle, he throws it again. This time it's caught. Maryland Johnson, that was a bit of a sketchy throw over the middle. We know Arch Manning likes to throw interceptions. 5 TDs to 10 interceptions this season. Okay, Arch. He throws it, and that is a beautiful throw and catch, hooking up with Maryland Johnson, and you got to think, is Arch finding a rhythm? That was his best throw on the day, and Buffalo is now flirting with the red zone. Arch again, and he's sacked off the edge. And when Western Michigan brings this blitz, it's tough to watch. Luke Medley now this time. The Preston Time tried to get there, but he couldn't get through Manning. Second and 16. What can Buffalo do here? Arch going to take off. And he gets to about the 20. It's going to be a 3rd and long here. You got to think that... I'm not sure if this is quite field goal range. Yeah, we've all heard this story before. But Arch, can he actually do something here? Manning. Throws it. And caught! Antoine Randall, touchdown, Buffalo! Arch Manning hooks up with the receiver. It's about time. That was the second throw of the drive that looked really good. What a score for Buffalo. Buffalo takes the lead. This may be their first lead of the season. And Arch Manning jerseys all around. Game day Arch hits different. That's what they're saying. Antoine first TD. No interceptions yet for Arch. Can Western Michigan do anything here before half? They had one good drive, and it's just been absolutely nothing since. This defense has shown up in the second quarter. The last 4 drives have been 3 3-and-outs and an interception. You love to see it. Hand off to Snoop Todd again, and he's just getting eaten up in the middle, and it's 3rd and 4. Think curse reversal. Yeah. Cardman. Over the middle, and they finally get a first down. Henry Wilson finally shows up, the #1 receiver. Sean Dolak all over the field. They fake the handoff, throw it over the middle again. Sambucci gets the catch. Fink calling a timeout. You got to think Coach Fink is a little scared. Maybe he spent too much time this week. And Barney Fish comes up. Barney Fish is blitzing, and he whiffs on the tackle in the backfield. Snoop Todd gets the first.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Western Michigan. Cardman, and he is sacked. John Elevate with his first sack on the day. Michael Morse and John Elevate both have sacks now. It's 2nd and long for Western Michigan. Antoine Randall has an ad. He scores a touchdown. You love to see this. He hasn't dropped a ball today. Western Michigan has a man open, and it is dropped by the tight end. 3rd and 14. I def agree with never having a sicko game day again. And the 4th and 4, you got to think that they're probably going to go for this. No, they are punting on the opponent's 40. What a choke of a call by Fink. On the surrenderers index, this punt is in the 99th percentile of wimpy punts. And why are you punting this? Just go for it if you're going to run out the clock. I don't understand this call at all. This may be the last play of the half. One second left. Buffalo has to run one play. That would have been a god fake punt scenario. And Buffalo looks to be coming in to the half with a deficit. Buffalo goes into half with a lead, 10-7. As we hit halftime here, Buffalo leads 10-7. Time for our halftime ads. First up is a new rapper in the SFA, McGritty. He put out his first verse. It was a banger. Check out his SoundCloud, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Spotify, all the good stuff. Let's get more diss tracks from McGritty. Our second halftime ad comes from Memphis, of all people. Western Michigan coach Fink and the Bronx Turds will be winless, paid for and brought to you by Memphis, and that looks to be coming to fruition as they're trailing Buffalo here on the road. And what is that on midfield? It's a massive dog taking a shit on the logo. Dude, that's the biggest dog I've ever fucking seen. And thanks for the halftime ads, guys. As a look at the splits in the first half, pretty even, honestly, on both sides. The real shocker today, though, is Snoop Todd in this Western Michigan rush offense. They are 17 yards, absolutely trash. But you know what? Second half, anything can happen here. And I only have 3 highlights in the first half, so let's see if we get more. But pretty even game so far. Yeah, that is a beautiful halftime ad by Memphis there. Thank you for the submissions, Dogwater. As Buffalo starts out with the ball, can they duplicate that second quarter of success? Arch Manning has not really made any game-breaking mistakes yet. He's almost made a few. But he's having a good game. Best game of his young career. Arch, they're going to start out with the option. And nothing really doing there. Keeps it for 2. Arch Manning in the backfield. He keeps it this time, and he shimmies around the defender. That looked like it was going to be a loss, and he turns it into a gain of 8. Arch Manning looking really shifty to start. I have no drop frames, so, I mean, it should be all right for you. But Apollo Ames, he makes a play. Arch. And 2nd and 10. I had a few lost frames there, but just reload the stream. It should be fine. As Arch delivers a dart, and that is Antoine Randall breaking free for 27. Antoine Randall, have a day. No, I had a few drop frames there for a second, so you might have been a little jumpy for a second. And Buffalo is starting out this second half with a bang. The connection of Antoine Randall and Arch Manning is today coming up is what we expected all season. Can Buffalo find the end zone here? Buffalo over the middle, it finds a man. It's another first down. I don't know, dude. Chad Barber, fuck that guy. Arch Manning. Apollo Ames up the middle. Can Western Michigan? They need to come through here. Oliver Waldorf makes the tackle. 2nd and goal. Can Western Michigan hold? They don't really have the firepower to do that, to play from behind. So pass over the middle. LeBourne for 2, and a big third and goal from the 5. Looks to be they're going to be throwing the ball here. Arch. He throws it over the middle, double coverage, trying to hook up with Randall, and he does not. 4th down, and it looks like Buffalo settling for the field goal. That could have been a pick. And Buffalo gets another field goal as they extend the lead to 6. And a check-in on the MAC. Akron leads Northern Illinois, so I have a feeling Northern Illinois is going to come back and win that in overtime. And honestly, 13 points, but what a game so far from Buffalo. They're putting on a show. You can't hate what Arch is doing. No picks. And Western Michigan has some room, and he gets out to the 38. But the story of today is this Buffalo defense. They give up a long touchdown to start the game, but then they settle in and force 4 3-and-outs and a pick. Is Western Michigan going to be able to start running the ball, or are they going to have any answers? They handed off Snoop Todd to start, and Snoop Todd goes nowhere. He gets 3. I think that's a generous spot. But he only has 30 yards on the ground after having a great first possession. Yeah, Arch should have 2 picks. Hardman, he's going to take off this time, and he gets the first down. Hardman definitely not known for his wheels, but he's able to get a first down there. And they run some option here, and Michael Morse stops him in the backfield for tackle for loss, his second of the day. Michael Morse showing out today on game day. -4 yards for Cardman there. And you can't be running option plays with this game manager. Second and long here. They hand it off Snoop Todd on the counter. And see Fuqua? My God. Watch Fuqua come in. He flies over the offensive line there. A little bit nutty. As we got a 3rd and long for Western Michigan. This is a great opportunity. They're 2 for 8 on 3rd down now after starting out 2 for 2. 0 for their last 6. Drop back. He has some time. He's holding it. And he gets sacked. The chop block took Baisley out for a second, but he gets up and he hits Cardigan. And Buffalo gets their 3rd sack on the day, and they are doubling up. I repeat, they're doubling up Western Michigan on yards. And Buffalo has the chance to take a 2-score lead now. What can Arch Manning do? How are they going to play this? Are they going to continue to put their foot on the gas and have Arch Manning throw the ball, or are they just going to run this? They come out in the flex. Fake the handoff. It's a little triple option here, and he gets the 1st down. Arch keeps it himself. He could have pitched out to Apollo, who could have potentially broken that for a big gain, but Oliver Waldorf comes up to make the tackle, and they hurrying back up into the flex bone. They flip the play, and this time it goes nowhere. They're ready for it. Arch Manning's running a good deal today. A couple weeks ago, he had three rushing touchdowns and 20 carries. He already has 14. Hand it off to Apollo this time. He has the blocking, but Oliver Waldorf is there again. 6 yards and a 3rd and manageable here. And they're just keeping it on the ground. You got to think Buffalo is content just adding field goals. They fake the handoff, and he's yamming it, and he connects it! What a throw! That was a wobbler. That did not look all that great. But Arch gets it there. What a throw from Arch Manning. That was the nastiest looking wobbler I've ever seen, but it got the deal done, and he keeps it this time. He has some room to the outside, and Arch gets 6 as they head into the red zone. Arch Manning having a career day on game day. Proving all the haters wrong. Apollo aims up the middle, and that's another 1st down. If you're Western Michigan, you've got to think you have to stop them for another field goal here. Arch, he keeps it. Over the middle, he has a man. That's Gassett, and he gets another 1st down inside the 5. Buffalo is looking like a competent offense today. 13 of 16. What a day. What a turnaround today so far for Arch Manning. And they hand it off to Apollo up the middle. Touchdown, Buffalo! As they take a 2-score lead. And ever since the first drive, it has been all Buffalo. What a game for Arch Manning. All the slander for the first half of the season. But the freshman finally comes in, and he is having the game of his life. Western Michigan, they're struggling here. They haven't done anything since the first quarter. Can they somehow get back into this? They need a big play. Ever since the interception, it's just been all Buffalo. What can Western Michigan do here? Finally getting back to the pass game, but really for nothing. Sambucci for 4.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Western Michigan's at a loss. Coach Fink has no idea what he can even call here. This Buffalo defense has been playing incredible. And I'll say Buffalo's defense is better than Georgia's defense, or better than Texas defense. And as I say that, Snoop Todd breaks a 17-yarder, and that's what I was expecting. He breaks the tackle. He breaks the tackle of George Jordan and gets 17. That's what we were expecting for Western Michigan. Can they duplicate that? Can they finally find some running room? They hand it off again, Snoop Todd. He gets a little more rushing room. Snoop Todd for 8. Western Michigan's kind of, their backs against the wall. They need to get some movement up front here. They're loaded to the right side. Is this going to be some power running? They run it up the middle. It's an Izzo. Snoop Todd, he breaks a tackle. They give him the... They give him the first down there. Yeah, 94 speed. If Snoop Todd gets some running room, he will run a long ways. And their option, and Cardman again is swallowed up by Michael Morse before he can get the pitch off. That's his 3rd tackle for loss. And those plays are drive killers. Cardman just cannot get the pitch off. And that's all awareness. 2nd and 14. Western Michigan, he dumps it off, and that's once again to the tight end, this time for 1. Barney Fish on the tackle. And this is 4 down territory for sure. They can get half this back, they'll be happy. Western Michigan, he's throwing it, and that's a first down. Sambucci again. And he's eating up this secondary with these corner routes from the tight end. They can get back to what they were doing on that first drive, and they are driving it here. 1st and 10 inside the 30. And Western Michigan get a response. Western Michigan, they're throwing it again. And he breaks a tackle. And they're still calling that a sack, and that is going to be a sack for the captain safety, Marcus Fuqua, who comes up. But you got to think that that's Cardman will take that. He could have been sacked for 5, but Patrick Carey and Fuqua on the tackle there. And George Jordan dives on top. Surprised they didn't get a late hit there. 2nd and 12 inside the 30. Looks like they're going to be running the ball here. They flip the play. They're throwing it. No, they hand it off. Snoop Todd breaks a tackle. 3rd and 7. Snoop Todd's having a much better second half here. 3 for 10 on 3rd down. Can Western Michigan convert? Over the middle, and that is caught. That is sure win for 11. As we head to the 4th quarter here in Buffalo. Buffalo leads 20-7, but Western Michigan is driving. As we flip fields here, what can Western Michigan do? Drops back, throws it to the end zone, and that is broken up by Fuqua. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. He had 2 men back there, but is broken up. Western Michigan has to score a touchdown here. You cannot settle for 3. Hand it off. Snoop Todd up the middle, and that's going to be a first down inside the 5. Western Michigan is responding with the drive of their own. They come out in shotgun. Trips right. He drops back to throw. Cardman throws it out of the back of the end zone. He had nothing there. And the Fink pack is heating up. 2nd and goal. They hand it off Snoop Todd. Easy touchdown, his 2nd on the day as Western Michigan pulls within a 1 score. And we have a game, folks. Western Michigan respawns their first good drive as Fink is so proud of Snoop Todd keeping him in this. If Fink loses this game to Pinhead, he'll never let it down. Buffalo's going to return this. Yeah, we do not want to see a pinstripe Sean. That would be hilarious, but please don't, Arch. The Fink pack was super warm. It's starting to cool off a little bit. Can Arch Manning put the final nail in the coffin? You gotta think Arch Manning, he's having a career day. Is Game Day the place for Arch, or is he due? Is he due for a mistake? They hand it off. No, Arch Manning keeps it. He runs outside, and he cannot get to the first down. He took a very wide angle there. You got to think if you just would have cut up the middle, he would have gotten a first down. And it's a huge 3rd and 1 here. Can Buffalo continue the drive? They hand it off to Apollo, who gets the first. He stumbles forward. He tripped over the feet of the offensive lineman, but he's able to get the first down. What a huge conversion there. Manning keeps it again, and he is stacked up for 3. Arch having a decent running game. Nothing too crazy. Arch again. Dumps it off. Quick little hitch, 5-yard button hook to LeBourne. 2nd catch on the stride. He's been pretty quiet here today. And Arch, 15 of 18, 185, 1 touchdown. You can't ask for anything more. It's 3rd and 2, though. Arch, he's going to rush for it. He gets it. Arch Manning outrushes 2 defenders and gets the first down, keeping it himself. And they are driving into Western Michigan territory. And look at the yardage splits. Apollo. 4-yard rush there. Can Buffalo continue this? This looks like a run play again. It is. It's a run to the right side, and Apollo only gets 2. Another 3rd down. Third down on the drive. Can Western Michigan finally get off the field here? No running backs in the backfield. Arch drops back. Throws it. He finds his man over the middle. Trevor Borland looks to be the tight end. It's his first catch on the day and the third down conversion of the drive. Buffalo's coming through. Arch, he's sacked this time. -5 yards. Logan Wilson gets into the backfield for his first sack. And Western Michigan, if they can just keep them out of field goal range. As Buffalo surprisingly has rushed 40 times and only thrown 20. They run it again here. This is the backup back. Zahir Abdus Salam only gets 1, and it's 3rd and long for Buffalo. And they are not in field goal range, so you got to think this is 4-down territory. Split backs. He throws it to the end zone. He has a man. Diving catch. Touchdown. Buffalo. LeBourne dives into the end zone. And Arch throws his 2nd TD on the day. What an epic throw there to put Buffalo back up 2 scores late. Arch Manning. And they are going for 2. Trying to extend the lead to 14. They hand it off. Apollo aims up the middle. He does not get it. 2-point conversion fails. And it is crunch time now. Yeah, that catch was all LeBourne. Arch Manning threw kind of a duck. Two thrown touchdowns for Buffalo today. No mistakes. Wild. In a week 7 that has gone completely the wrong direction for many teams. Buffalo is turning to have the best game of Pinstripe's young career. They hand it off, Snoop Todd. And it's now or never for Western Michigan. They had a good drive last time, but you got to score quicker. Their 2 touchdown drives have taken like 6 minutes off the clock apiece. They need to score, and they need to score quick. Hand it off, Snoop Todd. He has some room. You got to think Buffalo's defense starting to get a little tired, as Todd's going to be going above 100 yards here. Yeah, no drops from these Buffalo receivers yet today. Actually crazy. Anytime you play with Arch Manning in practice, Randall L drops at least like two passes. Kavion Mack, 7 yards.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
That's the trouble being a run-first team. Western Michigan can't really score quickly when they're behind. He throws this out of bounds, and it's going to be a 3rd down. Cardman's having the stat line you'd think Arch would have. Just over 50% completion rate, 1 interception. They toss it here to Snoop, and he gets nothing. And it's quick, and Barney Fish goes into the backfield. A tackle for loss here. What a tackle from Barney Fish, and he is the star of this defense today. But can Western Michigan keep the drive alive? You got to think it's pretty much over if they don't convert here. They hand it off on 4th and 4, and they convert. Buffalo was not ready for the draw. You got to start hurrying it up here if you're Western Michigan. Western Michigan has time. He takes off, and Cardman has a lot of room as he scampers for 20. And Western Michigan is threatening now. Nobody on this defense expected him to take off as they just stood there. That just shows their play rec and their awareness. Absolutely abysmal on this defense. Buffalo statues, yeah. Yeah, it's all play rec and awareness there. And they're running the option, and Michael Morse again just does not allow Cardman to get this pitch off ever, and he is having an insane day. Quit running the option to the left side. God damn. Fink, what are you doing? They drop back here. Cardman over the middle, and that is dropped. And it's 3rd and long. And even with a field goal here, Western Michigan's still down 2 scores, so it has to be a touchdown. They throw it, and Sambucci gets 3. It's a 4th and long. You got to think this is the game here. Can Western Michigan convert? And fake the handoff. He throws it. He has a man, and it is caught.
That's a gain of 15 on the play.
Kavion Mack, after dropping it on 1st down, gets a huge 4th down conversion. And you got to think Pinstripe, he's so close to... He keeps almost celebrating, and then he gets nothing. As Henry Wilson, who he's an 86 overall here, the best player on the field on either side, and has only 2 catches. Yeah, West Michigan's hanging around, but they're taking too much time off the clock. As we're hovering now around 2 minutes. Snoop Todd up the middle. He cannot get there. 3rd down. Can Buffalo come up with a huge goal line stand? Flips the play. Snoop Todd up the middle. And they call him short. Barney Fish off the edge. 4th down. How do they call that short? 4th down. Can Western Michigan punch it in? Snoop takes an angle, and he gets into the end zone, his 3rd TD on the day, and Western Michigan on 4th down hangs around on their last chance. Snoop Todd powers it in. 3 4th down conversions on that drive, and Western Michigan is still in it. They're down 5 here, 1:35 left. They have all their timeouts. Can they get the onside kick? Western Michigan. The kick? No, the hands team gets it there. Now we're 1 first down away from a Buffalo win, but the pinstripe is letting Fink hang around. Western Michigan sticking to him like a cheap suit. 1 first down wins the game. Apollo Ames gets nothing. He goes backwards. Fink knows his team is down bad. Are we going to see the craziest chant of a lifetime? Arch Manning. Arch Manning, he takes it. He tries to evade Oliver Waldorf with nothing, and it's 3rd and medium here. Make sure to call those timeouts, and a first down wins the game. Is Pinstripe going to throw it? No, Arch Manning keeps it, and he evades the defender. Arch Manning gets the first down, and Buffalo is gonna win it. Arch Manning completely just destroys that defender. How did they? And why are they still running the ball? Arch. I don't know how that defender missed. Incredible. Arch Manning somehow gets this win, and it was not pretty. They're trying to force a fumble, and they cannot, and that's going to be the last play of the game, hopefully. And Coach Pinstripe gets his first win on the year over Coach Fink, winning it 26-21. Western Michigan hung around way longer than they should have, but Arch Manning proves all the haters wrong today as he's player of the game. 17 for 20, 223 yards, 2 TDs, but the big thing on the day, no interceptions or turnovers for Buffalo as they get a huge win. Antoine Randall had a great game. What a day for Buffalo here at home. And they improved to 1-5 on the season, and their faint bowl hopes are alive and well. Absolutely incredible game. I can't believe Arch was able to evade that guy without any moves. That was ridiculous. What a day of games, and it's only 8 o'clock here. And let's check the stats here. Arch Manning, what a day, dude. 211.6 passer rating. This is what we were expecting him to do. 85%, his best game of his career by far. Apollo Ames, fantastic, 98 yards. But Arch Manning, 32 of those came on the last play. But a huge, huge day for Arch Manning, proving everyone wrong. And let's take a look at the defense. Still lack 10 tackles. Patrick Carey, Michael Morse, though, 4 tackles for loss and a sack. John Elevate had a sack as well. Fuqua had a sack, and Barney Fish, tackle for loss. And they're not calling any of those drop picks deflections, oddly enough. But what a day for Buffalo. Let's check Western Michigan. You got to. And it's just a little too late. Cardman, he just couldn't do anything. Snoop Todd had a great game, 3 TDs. If you had him tutty tally, you are happy. But you got to think Henry Wilson kind of choked. And 86 overall does nothing against this defense. Oliver Waldorf played pretty well. But how do you let Arch Manning play that well? That's ridiculous. What a game. And thank you guys for hanging around early. I'm going to post these games, and then I'm going to try to do recruits here. So if you want to do recruits, let me know if you're available. Yeah, thank you guys all for watching Game Day. We'll get back to regularly scheduled good games next week. But what a game day. What a gay day of BearCave games. Cardale's. My God, what a day. Alright, thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you next time.